So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to print something on the printer so you can see it all working, and I'm actually going to do this through USB from my laptop. You can actually do copy and scanning and everything through the memory cards and that direct on the printer, but I'm going through the computer so I may as well print off a document that I want while I'm showing you how it's working. So I've just pressed OK on the laptop, so it's going to start printing. I think it's the instructions to a different CISS that I sell. It's going to print those out. There you can see it working perfectly okay. You can see, I don't know if you can see on the video, but this there is moving. It'll soon go through. You'll get one or two prints until the air's gone out. You'll get one or two prints where you might get a white line or something through it, but it'll soon disappear and have nothing but ink in there. And if you can see here, down here where the paper's coming out, printing fine. I'll move back so you can see it all going there. I don't know if it'll happen on this document, but I'm deliberately going to run one of the cartridges out of ink. I'll explain more shortly. Anyway, you can see it printing there, everything's fine. It's done 2 pages so far. As long as you've got it installed, you can see on this video, you won't go wrong. Printing merrily away. Nice cheap printing. Superb printer, by the way. They're very good printers, these, although quite expensive compared to everything else. We'll stop the video there anyway, no need to bore you with all this printing. What I do now is deliberately run a cartridge out, and I know that the ink's getting low because while the video's been off I've been printing quite a bit. I'm deliberately going to run out the magenta here so you can see what happens when the ink cartridges run out, because it can only detect that you've got cartridges in. The printer can't detect that you've got a CISS in, so it will say that you've run out of ink in your cartridges just like it would do a normal set. So hopefully this will run out pretty quickly. In fact, what I'll do, I'll stop the video now until it actually runs out to save you sat here watching. Now, what I've done here, as I said, is I've made the magenta run out deliberately. Now, on your PC screen, if you've got it linked to a PC, it will give a red cross saying that the magenta cartridge is empty. But if you can see this, it's saying cannot recognise the following cartridges, install them correctly, and it's got magenta 7013. Your printer doesn't actually say that the cartridge is run out. When it thinks it's run out, it says that it can't recognise it. So what we have to do is set the levels back to full on the magenta cartridge. This is what we do. It's got OK to proceed, so we press OK, and it says replace ink cartridge. That's the magenta that we have to replace. I think you'll be able to tell that I'm in the kitchen now because the washing machine's going in the background. Right, it says open the scanner unit and replace the following cartridge 7013, which is the magenta. We're obviously not going to replace a cartridge, we're going to set it back to full. Unfortunately, this model has got its cartridges in a different order to all other models. It's got black, magenta, yellow, cyan, where usually it's cyan, magenta, yellow, black. So this is the only one with the black on the left, and we couldn't get a reset chip to fit this one. So we've had to put individual chips on, and this is how to reset it. It thinks the magenta's empty. It's brought the carriage back to the position where we got to replace a cartridge. Here's what we have to do. We have to lift the whole block out. So click the whole block out, hold it up so that this is tighter, so that the carriage can move left to right without catching the pipe, and press OK to proceed. And what it does, it now recognises that there's no cartridges in the carriage. It's now saying the following cartridges have not been installed, install them, and it's giving a list of all the cartridges. Click OK to proceed. So we click OK again. The carriage goes to the left, it comes into position to replace cartridges, and we put them all back in again. Make sure each one is clicked in again, and that's it, we've got them all back on. And then we press OK to proceed again, and now it will charge the cartridges up, and the level for that magenta cartridge will go back to full. It will think it's a full cartridge again and let us print. So where all the other systems have a reset chip, we couldn't get the reset chip for this one, so we just have to lift them out, put them back in again, and it thinks it's new cartridges in there. Now the magenta was the one that ran out there, or the printer thinks it ran out anyway, so it will only put the magenta back to full. It thinks you've put a new magenta in only. So the printer will carry on monitoring all cartridges as if they were normal cartridges, and each one will supposedly run out at a different time. So every time it tells you there's an empty cartridge, just do what we've just done and it will fill that cartridge back up to full. The printer will think it's a full cartridge. We'll just watch it go through the remaining of the setup as it thinks we've just put a new magenta in. You see, this might look like a pain in the arse to have to keep going through this setup, but even if you're only putting normal cartridges in, you still have to do it. It's no different. You'd still have to go through the same procedure if you was using genuine Epsons. It would still take this long. It does take a long time, but there's nothing we can do about that. The CISS isn't making it take this long. It would just happen normally with genuine Epsons. It's still charging the ink up actually, so it is quite a slow setup, this printer, but it is a very good printer at the same time. There, it's done it now, and it says here, ink cartridge complete, but it thinks we finished cleaning. Oh yeah, because I was doing a head clean to make it run out, because printing these pages off was taking too long. I did a head clean to make the magenta run out, but I'm not going to finish that. I'm not going to do a nozzle check, I'll just put finish cleaning and that's it. It's back to normal. It thinks the cartridges are full again and we can print away. Now I know that took quite some time, but it's no different to actually changing the cartridge if you was using their own product. Just because you're using CISS, it's not taking any longer. Now you've seen the video on how to set it up, how to reset the cartridges. I will include some instructions should you buy this unit. I'll include some instructions on paper as well. You're going to need the picture to show you how to take the lid off the cartridge carrier here, but there will be detailed instructions printed out as well. We do have other CISS as well for other models, and quite a few of them, to be honest, are quicker than the 600FW for setting up. It does take some time reading the cartridges and everything, but like I say, that's not because it's a CISS, it's simply that's how long the printer takes on no matter what cartridge you put in there. So you've got all your instructions there. You'll get paper instructions should you buy. You'll also get my phone number, a free helpline. Thanks for watching.